Hey, Joe Gilder here from Home Studio Corner. Today, let's talk about songwriting. I don't talk about songwriting a lot, even though lots of my subscribers are songwriters, so today we're going to dive into it. Let's go ahead and answer the main question. Do song lyrics have to rhyme? The answer? No. Comma, but it's nice if they do. This week we've been talking about my new EP that just came out called... So I'll use lyrics from one of those songs to demonstrate what I want to talk about today. Now, everything I talk about on this channel is pretty subjective. We're talking about art, creativity. So I'm not saying this is the only way. You don't even have to agree with me, but these are some things that have worked for me in my songwriting journey, and maybe it'll work for you as well. To me, this is kind of the holy grail of songwriting, specifically when it comes to lyrics. If I can get the lyrics to have a lot of rhyming within them, but still make the point that I want to make, I'm super happy. And sometimes if I want to say something and there's a certain way I want to say it and there's no real way to make that rhyme, I'm okay with that too. And for the song Whitewash on this EP, I do exactly that. Let's walk through the lyrics real quickly. Here's verse 1.
The talk of the town, that boy got around. And the powers that be made him disappear. I took it in stride. It taught me to hide. Don't you mess up, boy, or you're out of here.
There's a fair amount of rhyming happening on this verse, and it uses a specific rhyming scheme that I try to use a lot in my songs. And that rhyming scheme is AABCCB. So everywhere you're seeing yellow on a screen, that's where there's something rhyming. So the first two lines rhyme, town and around, and then the fourth line says made him disappear. Then the next two lines rhyme, stride and hide, and then the last line here rhymes with disappear. So we've got these inner rhymes that rhyme together, and then there's a break with another phrase. Now it's two lines here, but sometimes you can do it with just one. It kind of sings like one line, those third and fourth lines anyway. So you got rhyme, rhyme, different rhyme, 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 back to that different rhyme. So you've got three different things that rhyme. You've got the AA, you've got the BB, and then you've got C and C that go together. Now the question, was I able to get my thought across in this verse? Yeah, actually I was. This is about when I was growing up, there was a prominent person in my small little town in Mississippi who was single, had an affair, and he kind of just ended up disappearing. They fired him from his jobs, he was sent away. And those of us that knew him, I was young at the time, thought he just disappeared. And it gave me this lesson internally of don't make mistakes because you will be made to disappear. So thankfully, I was able to capture that exact kind of feeling in these lyrics. But now let's transition to the chorus. The chorus of this song has zero rhyming, unless you count rhyming a word with itself, which I have this ongoing argument with my wife where I say, if you rhyme a word with itself, it's a perfect rhyme. And she says, no, that's cheating. She's probably right. So here are those lyrics.
Someone help me, someone help me whitewash this song. Someone help me whitewash this song.
And that's an analogy from the Bible. Jesus is talking to the religious people, and he's really mad at them, and he says, you're like a bunch of whitewashed tombs. You look really pretty on the outside, but there's death inside of you. So pairing that up with the first verse, I got this message as a kid, don't mess up or you will be kicked out of this society. And that taught me to put on a good front, look good on the outside, regardless of what kind of inner turmoil is happening, because that's what everybody wants. Now, the cool thing about establishing a rhyme structure for the first verse is now you know what to do for verse 2. I find verse 2s a lot of times are a little bit easier to write because I have a structure. Verse 1 is wide open. I don't know what the rhyming structure is going to be. I just start kind of writing it out until something comes together. Then I take that template and just apply it to verse 2, and usually it works out a lot easier. Let's take a look.
The state of my heart, a true work of art. As long as you don't take a look inside, the skeletons know they're safe down below.
got heart and art, there's our AA. We've got no and below, there's our CC. And then we've got inside and facade for BB. Now that's a near rhyme. It doesn't rhyme perfectly, but it works. And that's a situation where those are the words I wanted to use, and anything else that would rhyme better would force me to say something I wasn't really wanting to say. So you're always, as a songwriter, battling with, I want to go for the rhyme, but if the rhyme takes me completely away from the train of thought and the message that I want to put out there, then it's probably not worth having the nice, pretty, tied up with a bow rhyming structure. And of course, it all goes back to the chorus where there's not any rhyming at all. But don't just take my word for it. How about these lyrics? I have climbed highest mountains, I have run through the fields, only to be with you, only to be with you. No rhyming whatsoever. And it works. Let's go to a verse later in the song. I have kissed honey lips, felt the healing in the fingertips, it burned like fire, this burning desire. There we've got an AABB rhyme scheme, and that works as well. So there aren't any rules. If you two can rhyme on one verse and not on the other, then so can you and I. We could talk for hours and hours about songwriting, and maybe one day we will, but here's just a little peek into what I think about when I'm writing lyrics. Maybe it adds one more tool to your toolbox for the next time you sit down to write a song. By the way, if you want to dive into my new EP, read all the lyrics, kind of see the different rhyming structures that I used, if that sounds like something that would be helpful and educational for you, then check out the free bundle that I'm including with my EP release. It includes the multi-tracks to one of the songs, so you can actually mix one of the songs yourself, the WAV file and MP3 masters of the EP, so you can listen in high quality in your studio if you like, also the song lyrics and the song chord charts in a Nashville number system. So you can check out all that. Head over to homestudiocorner.com/amen. It's 100% for free, and I'll see you in the next one.